What are we doing, Rose?
Riding on a motorcycle.
Yeah? On my motorcycle or our motorcycle?
Our motorcycle.
Yeah? What am I doing to it?
Putting a new gravel on it.
A new what?
You're putting some new things on it.
Yeah, I'm changing the O-rings out in the fuel system, right? And you're helping me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And if you have a free thing, you can just buy a motorcycle. And you can buy a kid's motorcycle too, a .com care.
Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. .com care, huh?
It's our job, our responsibility as a parent to teach them the right way, to teach them correctly from the start. Sometimes I wish I'd learnt younger. I learned on horseback and not on motorcycle, wishing always that I'd started on a motorcycle younger. But now I have the opportunity to teach, to show my kids the correct way to do things. But ultimately it's their responsibility to learn, to make mistakes, to have wrecks and figure out how to do it. You can't force them. They've got to want to. They want to bad enough, they'll be successful at it. They've got different speeds. Some are fast, some are slow. Some learn fast, some learn slow. Some go fast and some go slow. My little one, she goes fast. As day 3 ended, we made our way towards the Pueblo campground. The road narrowed and we decided to take an expert pass. It was really rocky and I ended up with a bit of a pinch flat on the side of a dented rim. But we aired it up and we pushed on to make our way to the campground that evening. The afternoon's ride was a pretty enjoyable ride, getting into some pretty gnarly, rocky and slopey stuff. We got to the campground with plenty of daylight and set up camp, pitched our tents, figured out what we were going to cook and eat for the night, sat around and chatted about the day's activities, talked about the ride, checked stuff on our bikes, and then just settled in to relax for the evening. Pretty good day's riding, I'd say. John, what did you think of Chloride Canyon today?
That was awesome. A little easy, you know.
Technical.
Probably could have done it on like a Ninja street bike. You know. But, you know, to all those guys that said, you know, big bikes can't make it, you know, F them. Right, so
What about you, Thomas? Do you like Chloride Canyon?
Chloride Canyon was good.
The other little 10-mile bypass was pretty tough too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just packing up to get out of here. Making some good coffee. Pueblo Creek or something. And we got about 149 miles from here to wherever we're headed. Then another 150-ish from there to Cuba. So we may or may not make Cuba. Let's see.
You never decide to set me free. The way you're moving, it's got me moving my own feet.
Rocky.
Greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you forever moving next to me. Let's not waste time or take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than. Leaves ain't waiting. Their colors changing like the times. Heading down, taking. Darling, would you be mine? And I hope you know I will love you for the rest of my life. Let's not waste time or take this slow. You got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. Let's not waste time. Take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. Yeah, you and I as one will always be better than two.
Flow here just south of Grant's, crazy looking, like it all dried and lifted. This whole valley's got a lava flow running down it. Pretty interesting. We passed through Grants, and just north of Grants we got back up onto the high desert plains again. It got really pretty up here. A lot of cool rock formations, old stone buildings we stopped and looked at, and then got into some washouts and sand gullies and stuff that were a lot of fun to ride. The road weaved its way through, so there's a lot of turns and bends. It was a lot of fun. From here we wound our way down on into Cuba, crossing the lake, going down and hitting a pretty gnarly track with some good mud holes on our way into town.
When you see the road from every direction, it will give you eyes, give you hope, it'll give you perspective. I've been back and forth, and yeah, I had my crashes. Now I've seen the road, it goes every direction. Oh, there are stories to tell.
Oh, easy. It's a little fast, man. That's too fast. Oh, shit. Woo, yeah.
Road will lead us to a better place. Road will lead us to a better place.
No worries at all.
We made our way into Cuba for the evening, getting in good time again. Found a cool little Airbnb that I'd stayed in during my Continental Divide ride with Freddie. We booked in there for the night, found a good Mexican restaurant, beers and food, went to bed and got ready for our journey to Albuquerque the next day. As we made our way towards Albuquerque on the highway, we stopped there and ate lunch and decided we wouldn't do the last 100 miles up to Antonio. This was going to be the end of our journey, and we started on the long 5.5 hour ride back to the truck in Pinon.
When you see the road from every direction, it will give you eyes, give you hope, it'll give you perspective. I've been back and forth, and yeah, I had my crashes. Now I've seen.
Going back into the ranch. We're finished. We're done. We're dusted.
Oh, I've been afraid some days, but the road will lead us to a better place. Road will lead us to
1,437 miles. 35 hours, 10 minutes. We average 57 miles a gallon and an average speed of 41 miles per hour. But anyway, pulling back in to where we started.
come and go. Look toward the horizon. Up ahead you'll find a peace of mind.
Bikes are loaded.
From the trial.
Had to head to Artesia and spend the night.
Burned a bridge, wrecked in a ditch, had to ask forgiveness. Dead ends come
Pulling
and
out.
go. Look toward